be able to do that over 5 yards, 10 yards, 15 yards, 20 yards. And if you can do that, fantastic, but so many players can't. Alright, so technical ability, we're looking first of all both feet. We then look at lots of stuff that I know was mentioned yesterday by Neil in your class in here. You're looking at things like vision and awareness. Okay, the drills that we do are really simple. There's nothing too sort of technical, but stuff like vision and awareness is a huge, huge part of the game. And what the coaches are looking for in that is that when a player is about to receive the ball, has that player looked over both shoulders? Does that player know where the space is before the ball even gets to them? Or have they got the blinkers on and they're playing down a single channel? Who's staring at their feet? Or like the Iniestas that you watch when they play? Anyone looking over both shoulders when the ball comes to them, they know exactly where they're moving when they get the ball. Okay. Their vision is obviously when they have the ball, are they able to see the whole picture, or are they just staying down at their feet? Can they play the intelligent ball? Look at your movement. In a match, you're on the ball for about 2 or 3 minutes. The rest of the time you're moving. Sometimes 10, 11 kilometres in a game. So your movement off the ball is just as important as what you do on the ball. And at our trials, we do find a lot of players, they will go after the ball, they'll go searching for it, but we're actually looking for the players that will stay away from the play. You may not get the ball, but we know that you're intelligent enough and that you have the understanding that you're in the right position to receive it. Okay, so your movement off the ball as well as on the ball is important. We then look at speed and agility, your athleticism. Yes, we do that testing, but that's purely just to give you guys a baseline to work from. You've got to have a level of sort of urgency, speed in terms of getting from one place to another quickly, as you guys know. Agility is the ability for a muscle or muscle group to help a player change direction quickly, okay, with balance. The stuff you were doing yesterday with Neil, I saw you at the training first, 95, 99% of the players that we see won't spend any time working on that stuff. But it is crucial. It is crucial. If you're not quick or agile and you want to be a professional player, it's not going to happen. And the stuff that you did yesterday, if you keep training on that, the insanity stuff, you're going to get so much better. You're going to get so much better, so much quicker by doing that. So you may find it tedious at times. I did. I used to find it tedious after a while at times, but it is so, so important, and the only way to improve is to keep working on it. So you've got to have a level of athleticism as well. Communication. When a scout comes to our trial, they'll close the car park, they'll close the car door, they'll come down to the pitch, and wherever you're training anywhere, whether that place at Salford yesterday, wherever you're playing a game, when a scout closes the door or a coach and they walk down to a training facility, the first thing they're looking for is listening to a voice. Okay? If you're silent, they're not going to hear you, are they? If you're loud, they're going to be like, here's someone saying the right stuff, yeah, okay, cool, and they'll come down to the pitch and they'll be looking for that voice, that loud person. Now, not saying you just stand there and shout, you've got to say the right stuff at the right time, but you've got to be heard. Okay? And that doesn't have to be necessarily telling players that you want the ball or anything else. It can be you communicating, it can show you leadership skills. It could be you communicating to another teammate if you're not receiving the ball that you want it. Mate, you've had the ball 3 times, I've been free out on the wing. Make sure you're having a look, yeah? And then you can even tell our coach on the day. Coach, I've noticed that in our little session here, that the defenders are bunching. I've been out on the wing and haven't received the ball, so I've just been communicating to the 2 other guys over there that I'm free and that I want the ball. Okay? It shows that you're intelligent. So, got all of that athleticism stuff, all the technical stuff, the movement, the vision and awareness. Those things are all absolutely key. From there, we then put you into a match. Okay. The 11v11s is the ultimate test as well. Now, you guys had an hour, but more than likely you probably have between sort of 40 to 45 minutes. And did all of you play any preferred positions? All of you? Got all the time that you were on the trial or not?
I was centre half.
Centre half? Okay, where do you usually play?
Wing.
Okay, did you tell the coach?
Yeah.
Good. Excellent. Anyone else? Yeah, what did you guys play?
I play strike.
Striker?
But I normally play on the left wing.
Left wing. Okay, cool. Right, so.
I play central midfielder and play in the trials winger.
Good stuff. Okay. The reason they do that is because we're never going to be able to get every player in their favourite position the whole time. But also that is realistic to a professional club trial too. Okay? And also, it's a test to see how each player reacts. If you're not put in your preferred position at the trial, it's worth, if there's a stalemate, if the coach is saying we need a centre midfielder, no one puts their hand up, it's worth volunteering to say, I'll play there, coach. Just to let you know though, I'm a right back. Okay? Immediately the coach will think, okay, I know he's probably not going to be maybe positionally superb, he may not be a creative player, he may be slightly out of position every so often, but I know he's a right back, so I'll be looking for the qualities of a right back from the player playing in centre midfield. Okay? So we need to see players that are actually communicating that to them as well. So make sure you tell the coaches where you usually play, make sure you volunteer to actually go in and step up into a position, and your game effectiveness, we're then looking at your game understanding. Do you then become a leader? Do you still communicate? Have you got the endurance and the stamina, you were talking about it in your speech yesterday, to play at the same tempo and pace as you were in the first session? Right. Because certainly, we expect the players to be able to still perform at a higher tempo after the end of the 3 hours, the same tempo that they were showing you again. And if you can keep doing that with a smile on your face, okay, looking like you're enjoying it, looking like you really, really want it, with a bit of drive and a bit of determination, then you're going to stand out. Okay. In terms of the requirements to actually make it in the pro game nowadays, one of the players that we've recently put into Tottenham Hotspur Football Club, he's a 14-year-old now. He has been training since the age of 8 years old for 1 hour before school and for 2 hours after school, as well as his football at school, almost every day. Okay, and he went into Tottenham Hotspur and said that he was the 6th best player in their academy. So from all the players that Tottenham have been able to find from all over the world, he was the 6th best player. He's actually a Swedish lad. But he has been playing, according to his dad, from that age, that amount of hours to try and progress his game. He's never had an Xbox or a PlayStation either. Okay? He's also getting straight A's at school. Alright? So, one of the things that you guys have got to realise is that if you really, really want to make it, then you're going to have to put in hours and hours of hard work over time. Okay? Beckham, free kicks, I've seen it out on your little, along the little post-it notes out there. Beckham stayed out for hours on free kicks. Ronaldo, Kevin Kent, that was the coach on the day, said Ronaldo, after the sessions, used to go in and for at least an hour he would strap ankle weights on his feet, go into a corner in the indoor area by himself, even when there were school kids around in soccer school programs. Ronaldo would spend an hour or so at least just doing step overs. And the idea was that he would practice a step over and over and over again for an hour, and then he would try and apply it in a game and see if it worked. Then he'd come back the next day and try a different one. Then he would start doing different ways of playing off the ball and moving the ball as the ball came towards him. The guys at the very, very top work the hardest, for absolute sure. And if you guys really want to make it, then you're going to have to put in hours of extra work. You've got a fantastic setup here. You really, really have it. You've got a system here that's been put in place by Nick and Neil that I can assure you the vast majority of players in this country would absolutely love. It would be beyond their wildest dreams what we've got here available to you. Okay, the stuff that you're learning from the theory side of it is fantastic and really important. And the football side of it as well, there aren't many coaches like your Neils, I can assure you. But first of all, care about you guys as much as he does as players. He's able to have banter with you. You've obviously got all your laughing and joking as well. But then when it comes to the serious side of it, you can see that everything he is doing, he's doing with purpose, with drive and determination, and you guys are responding to it. So you've got an amazing platform. And the most important thing is that you keep playing football as much as you enjoy it. If you don't want to be a professional footballer, then you're probably not going to make it. If you believe you can be a professional footballer, you've got a chance. If you don't believe you can be, you won't be either. Okay? But all of it ties together, and they say that in the football clubs you need to make a good human being first, a good footballer second. It's the little stuff like turning up on time. Thanks Neil for that great session, really enjoyed it, good to learn. Acknowledging the coaches, acknowledging your teammates, encouraging each other. In the matches, coming together as one, all of that helps. Okay? Think how you feel when somebody says to you, that was a really good talk, or that was a really good bit of play, you did that really well today. You feel good, right? You feel good when someone says you did something well? How long does it take to say, what you did at the trial was fantastic, absolutely brilliant, you know, in the game you were effective, in the session you did really, really well. It takes 10 seconds, how does it make you feel? Pretty good? Say it to your teammates, say it to your coaches, say it to the staff here. Makes a big difference. Alright, and hopefully in April, when you guys come back, you'll have a little bit of a better understanding as to what we're looking for. But a lot of you guys aren't far off. You aren't far off. And the stuff that you're doing with Neil is certainly going to help. And the exposure that you're getting to pro clubs, you're not going to find anywhere else in this country. I wish I could have done this course as a kid. I promise you, you've got an amazing, amazing opportunity. And the most important thing when you leave here is that you look back and you feel that you've given it absolutely everything, that you've taken advantage of their time and asked them questions, and you've got as much feedback and information as you can from Neil and Mick about how you're getting on with your academic stuff and also your football. Okay? Just do your best to keep improving. Do your best to keep improving yourself as a human being. Make sure you get here on time. It all adds up to being a professional footballer as well. It all ties in. They're doing it for a reason. Okay? But on the day, your attitude was amazing. We noticed the fact that you kept helping pack up balls. You got spotted for that. We noticed that you guys were constantly communicating all the time with all your players around you and with the coaches. Every little thing. We noticed one of you picked up water bottles as well. Okay? You may not think that these things get noticed, but they absolutely do. And whenever you go on a training pitch, whenever you go into a session, wherever you are, there could be someone watching you. In this area, there are pro football clubs everywhere, scouts everywhere. So every time you step onto a pitch with Neil, okay, training, onto a match, you could be being watched by a Man United scout. You wouldn't know, they won't even be in their tracksuit. So every session you do with these guys, give it everything. Play as you would play in, you know, if it was the last game that you've ever got for the rest of your life. Okay? Train and leave nothing on the training pitch. Because you never know, you may have one chance that you don't even know about someone watching you as you're doing everything. Okay? But you guys were an absolute credit to yourselves, credit to the school here, credit to Neil as a coach, to Mick. Okay? We really enjoyed having you at the trial, and like I say, you're a great set of players. You really are a good set of players, and you've got a lot of potential. But it's now about how you guys choose to apply and take on board everything that these guys are providing you with. All of those logs for the sessions that you've got, fill them in. Fill them in. When you do a session with Neil, I've seen you've got like a 500-page document where you're able to fill in all of the information about what you learned in the session, what your goals are when you first arrive here. Fill all that stuff in and take it seriously. It will help. Okay? And certainly in April, I'm sure we're going to see a lot of improved performances. You guys know how it works and you know what we're looking for. So hopefully that will stand you in good stead. We wish you all the best you know, with the up and coming matches. And hopefully I'll be back soon to visit you guys again. So thank you for listening. And if you guys got any questions.